Mansa Musa remains one of history's most legendary figures, celebrated not only for his immense wealth but also his profound influence during the golden age of the Mali Empire. Born around 1280 CE, Mansa Musa was a devout Muslim and the 10th Mansa, or Emperor of the Mali Empire, which is located in West Africa. His reign, spanning from 1312 to 1337, marked a period of unprecedented prosperity, cultural advancement, and global recognition for the Mali Empire. Under Mansa Musa's leadership, the Mali Empire thrived as a major center of trade, renowned for its vast reserves of gold, salt, and other valuable commodities. His wealth was so extraordinary that it earned him the title of the richest man in the world, a distinction supported by historical records and contemporary accounts of his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca. Under Mansa Musa's leadership, the Mali Empire thrived as a major center of trade, renowned for its vast reserves of gold, salt, and other valuable commodities. His wealth was so extraordinary that it earned him the title of richest man in history, a distinction supported by historical records and contemporary accounts of his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca. Mansa Musa's early life was shaped by the rich cultural and trading traditions of the Mali Empire. He was born into the Keita dynasty, a noble family with deep roots in the region of present-day Mali. Little is known about his early upbringing, but it is believed that he received a comprehensive education in Islamic teachings, governance, and the administration of the empire. Mansa Musa ascended to the throne of the Mali Empire in 1312. Following the death of his predecessor and uncle, Mansa Abubakir II. His accession marked a pivotal moment in Mali's history as he inherited a vast empire that spanned from the Atlantic coast in the west to the Niger River in the east, encompassing territories rich in natural resources and strategic trade routes. Upon assuming power, Mansa Musa embarked on a mission to strengthen Mali's political stability and economic prosperity. He expanded the empire's influence through strategic military campaigns and diplomatic alliances. His consolidation of the Mali's position as a dominant force in the West Africa. His reign coincided with a significant period of cultural flourishing, marked by the construction of mosques, universities, and centers of learning that attracted scholars and intellectuals from across the Muslim world. Mansa Musa's visionary leadership and commitment to promoting Islamic culture and scholarships earned him admiration and respect both beyond the borders of Mali and within. His legacy as a patron of the arts, education, and architecture continues to endure, reflecting his enduring impact on the history and heritage of West Africa. During Mansa Musa's reign in the early 14th century, the Mali Empire experienced a period of unparalleled economic prosperity and cultural flourishing, spanning a vast empire and territory in West Africa, from modern-day Mali to parts of Senegal, Guinea, and Niger, and Mauritania. The Mali Empire benefited greatly from its strategic location along trans-Saharan trade routes. These routes facilitated the exchange of gold, salt, ivory, and other commodities, positioning Mali as a pivotal hub for trade between North Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. Under Mansa Musa's astute leadership, the Mali Empire economy thrived on the wealth generated from gold mining and trade. Gold in particular was abundant in the region and was a major source of revenue for the empire. Mansa Musa's access to and control over the lucrative gold mines of West Africa contributed significantly to his personal wealth and the empire's economic stability. The wealth of the Mali Empire during this period was so vast that it caught the attention of contemporary scholars, travelers, and historians who marveled at the empire's opulence and prosperity. The Mali Empire's golden age was not only defined by economic success, but also by cultural influences and advancements. Mansa Musa's patronage of Islamic scholarships and architecture led to the construction of mosques, such as the famous Zinguereber Mosque in Timbuktu, and the establishment of centers of learning that attracted scholars from across the Muslim world. These cultural institutions not only enhanced Mali's prestige, but also promoted intellectual exchange and the spread of Islamic knowledge throughout West Africa. One of the most iconic events of Mansa Musa's reign was his legendary pilgrimage, or Hajj, to Mecca in 1324. This pilgrimage was not merely a religious obligation, but also a display of Mansa Musa's immense wealth and power to the world. Accompanied by a caravan of thousands of servants, soldiers, and officials, Mansa Musa embarked on a journey that spanned thousands of miles across the Sahara Desert and Arabia. During his pilgrimage, Mansa Musa's procession was a spectacle of extravagance and generosity. Historical accounts describe how he distributed vast amounts of gold to the poor and needy along the way, demonstrating his wealth and magnanimity. His lavish spending on gifts and food and accommodations for his entourage had a profound impact on the economies of the regions through which he passed, temporarily disrupting local markets and causing a significant increase in the value of gold in cities like Cairo and Mecca. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage not only solidified his reputation as the wealthiest individual of the time, but also strengthened Mali's diplomatic ties with other Muslim states and enhanced the empire's global standing. The fame and admiration garnered from his Hajj further elevated Mansa Musa's status as a prominent figure in medieval history, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to be celebrated today. Mansa Musa's wealth was legendary, primarily derived from the vast reserves of gold and other valuable commodities that the Mali Empire controlled. Gold in particular was abundant in the region, with Mali being one of the world's largest producers during that era. Historical accounts estimate Mansa Musa's personal fortune to have been so immense that it surpassed any other individual in recorded history. His control over the region's gold mines and trade routes allowed him to accumulate unprecedented wealth, which he used to enrich his empire and showcase its opulence. The Mali Empire under Mansa Musa's rule was characterized by extravagant displays of wealth and power. His court in the capital city of Niani, present-day Mali, was adorned with significant palaces, grand mosques, and cultural institutions that reflected the empire's prosperity and sophistication. Mansa Musa's patronage of architecture led to the construction of impressive structures like the Grand Mosque of Timbuktu, renowned for its intricate mud brick architecture and status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In addition to architectural marvels, Mansa Musa invested heavily in education and Islamic scholarships, establishing centers of learning and libraries that attracted scholars from across the Muslim world. These institutions not only preserved and disseminated knowledge, but also elevated Mali's status as a center of intellectual and cultural exchange in medieval West Africa. Mansa Musa's court was also known for its cultural diversity and cosmopolitan atmosphere, fostering artistic creativity, music, and literature that flourished under his patronage. The wealth and prosperity of the Mali Empire during Mansa Musa's reign left a lasting legacy of cultural richness and architectural splendor that continues to be admired and studied today. Mansa Musa's legacy extends far beyond his immense wealth and architectural achievements, encompassing significant contributions to the cultural and intellectual landscape of West Africa. His patronage of architecture, exemplified by the construction of mosques and palaces, not only symbolizes Mali's prosperity but also showcased the region's unique architectural traditions and craftsmanship. Furthermore, Mansa Musa's investment in education and Islamic scholarship had a profound impact on the intellectual development of West Africa. The libraries and centers of learning established during his reign served as hubs of knowledge and architectural and cultural exchange, attracting scholars and students from across the Muslim world. These institutions played a crucial role in preserving manuscripts, advancing Islamic studies, and promoting literacy among Mali's elite and religious scholars. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 had a lasting impact on the global perception of West Africa. His display of wealth and generosity during the Hajj pilgrimage enhanced Mali's reputation as a prosperous and influential empire in the eyes of contemporaneous Muslim states and European travelers. The fame and admiration garnered from his pilgrimage contributed to Mali's diplomatic relations and facilitated cultural exchanges that enriched both West Africa and the wider Islamic world. Mansa Musa's wealth has been subject of fascination and debate among historians and scholars due to the extraordinary scale of his fortune and the limited historical records from that era. Estimating Mansa Musa's wealth is challenging because of medieval accounts varying in their descriptions and exaggerations. According to the contemporary sources, including the famous 14th century traveler Ibn Battuta, Mansa Musa's caravan during his Hajj pilgrimage included thousands of attendants and was laden with immense quantities of gold, leading to extravagant spending along the way. One of the primary controversies surrounding Mansa Musa's wealth is the difficulty in converting historical figures into modern equivalents. Some estimates suggest that Mansa Musa's wealth could have been equivalent to hundreds of billions of dollars in today's terms, making him potentially the richest individual in history. However, these estimates are speculative and vary widely, reflecting differing interpretations of historical sources and economic conditions of the time. Moreover, the impact of Mansa Musa's lavish spending during his Hajj pilgrimage on economies along the route has been subject of historical inquiry. While his generosity and displays of wealth contributed to temporary economic disruptions and inflations in cities like Cairo and Mecca, they also enhanced Mali's reputation and diplomatic relations with other Muslim states. The consequences of Mansa Musa's wealth and spending highlight the interconnectedness of medieval economies and the enduring legacy of his influence on trade routes and cultural exchange. Comparing Mansa Musa's wealth to modern-day billionaires and historical figures provides perspective on the scale of his influence and legacy. While exact comparisons are challenging due to the differences in economies, systems, and context, Mansa Musa's wealth is often likened to that of billionaires like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, whose fortunes are derived from contemporary industries such as technology and finance. In terms of historical figures, Mansa Musa's wealth surpasses that of many renowned figures, including European monarchs and Asian emperors of the time. His control over the region's gold mines and strategic trade routes allowed him to accumulate vast wealth that facilitated Mali's dominance in West Africa and beyond. Mansa Musa's legacy as the richest man in history continues to inspire discussions on wealth, power, and cultural influence. His patronage of architecture, education, and Islamic scholarship laid the foundation to Mali's cultural and intellectual achievements, leaving a lasting impact on the region's history and identity. The enduring legacy of Mansa Musa's wealth and influence serves as a testament to his visionary leadership and the economic prosperity of the Mali Empire during its golden age.